Have you felt eyes judge you? Silences that weigh, smiles that hide unease. When you change, the world trembles. Why? Your strength scares them. Your clarity exposes them. Have you questioned what you once accepted? Felt the loneliness of thinking for yourself? This is the start. Nietzsche knew. A strong mind isn't kind. It's dangerous. You were taught to obey, to fit in, to fear the different. But have you noticed? The more you follow the crowd, the more you lose. Have you felt an emptiness you can't explain? A restlessness that won't hush? It's your soul screaming. Nietzsche said, "You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star." Your strength is born in chaos, not order. You avoid pain, seek comfort. But what if pain is your teacher? Did you grow most when all was well? Or when all collapsed? Nietzsche didn't flee suffering. He embraced it, saw chaos as a forge. Have you faced your pain without flinching, without blaming the world? That's the first truth. Strength comes from what you fear. You live in a world that loves the average, punishes the bold. Have you noticed? Those who dare think are called arrogant. Those who act are judged. Have you felt eyes pull you down? It's not envy, it's fear. Your strong mind is a mirror. It reflects others' weakness, and they hate it. You try to please, to be accepted. But have you felt the burden of being who you're not? Of silencing your voice? Nietzsche challenges, stop crawling. A strong mind doesn't beg permission, it creates. Have you wanted to shout a truth you hid? Felt your soul beg to be free? That's the call. It's not easy, it's brutal. Have you been called different, strange, misunderstood? That's not failure, it's power. Nietzsche knew the strong are lonely, not by choice, by necessity. Have you tasted the freedom of not needing approval, of being enough? That's the mind that terrifies. That doesn't bend, that doesn't sell out. Pause. Think of what holds you, what makes you silent. Fear of judgment, of not belonging? You don't need the crowd, you need you. Nietzsche guides us. Your strength is your creation. Don't bury it, forge it, in chaos, in pain, in truth. Have you felt your soul want to break free? This is the first gate. 5 truths await. They cut, they challenge, they free. Chaos, values, solitude. Are you ready to cross them? To build a mind that doesn't quake? This journey will change how you think and how the world sees you. Stay with me. Chaos is calling. Have you felt the weight of being small, of bowing to the common? Nietzsche provokes, be dangerous. Not to destroy, but to create. Your mind is your weapon, your truth, your shield. The next gate is chaos, and it forges everything. Stay with me. Have you faced the chaos within? The pain that defies reason, the void that frightens. The second truth is embracing chaos. Nietzsche knew, fleeing suffering is fleeing yourself. A strong mind doesn't seek peace. It's forged in fire, in unease, in rupture. You were taught to fear pain, to crave safety. But have you noticed? Safety weakens you. Have you tried to dodge failure? Control the uncontrollable? It drains you. Nietzsche said strength is born where order fails. Did you grow most in calm or in the storm? Chaos isn't your enemy, it's your master. Have you fallen and risen stronger? Felt pain teach you? Nietzsche didn't romanticize suffering, he wielded it. As a tool, as a flame. Have you faced a loss without self-blame? A betrayal without breaking? That's the power, not denial. Transformation. You live in a world selling comfort, promising easy answers. But have you noticed? Ready-made answers bind you. Have you questioned an old belief? Felt the ground shake? Chaos is where your mind grows, where your soul forms. Have you dived into what scares you? You strive for perfection, to be untouchable. But perfection is a lie. Have you crumbled and felt alive? Admitted a mistake and felt free? Nietzsche provokes, chaos is your raw material. Don't shun it, shape it. Have you felt the strength of being raw? Of being you at your worst? Have you been judged for not fitting? For not following the script? That's the cost. The world fears the chaotic, craves the predictable. But have you noticed? The predictable is weak. Have you tired of pretending? Of being who you're not? Chaos is your break. It says, I choose my truth. Pause. Think of what unsettles you. A doubt, a fear, a pain. Why flee? What does it teach? You're not chaos's victim. You're its sculptor. Nietzsche guides us. Chaos is your forge. Don't fear it. Wield it. Not with dread, but with courage. Shape your mind. 4 gates await. Values, solitude, mediocrity, each sharper, each freer. Are you ready to cross them? To build your strength? This journey demands you be raw, be true, stay awake. Chaos is your ally, and it shapes you. Have you felt life shift in chaos? When all fell and you rose? Embracing chaos isn't madness, it's power. Nietzsche guides us. Your soul is your creation. Don't deny it, forge it. The next gate is illusion, and it redraws everything. Stay with me. Have you felt the weight of an illusion? The belief someone will save you, that life has a plan. The third truth is killing illusions. Nietzsche knew a strong mind doesn't wait, it creates. When you shatter crutches, your strength is born, and that terrifies. You were taught to trust in gods, in rules, in promises. But have you noticed? Promises fail. Have you waited for meaning that never came? Felt the void of an unanswered why? Nietzsche said, God is dead. It's not about religion, it's about illusion. Have you faced the truth that you're alone? Killing illusions isn't cynicism, it's freedom. Have you realized no one's coming to save you? That life owes you nothing? Nietzsche challenges, stop blaming, stop waiting. Have you felt the fire of owning your life? Of saying, I am the creator? That's the power, not fear, responsibility. You live in a world selling false hopes, promising salvation. But have you noticed? Salvation is a chain. Have you questioned a rule everyone follows? Felt the freedom of saying no? Killing illusions is breaking from comfort. It's choosing the weight of your truth. You lean on others, on beliefs, on systems. But have you felt the ground give way? The sting of a shattered certainty? Nietzsche provokes. Your strength lies in the void. In the moment, nothing remains. Have you faced the solitude of no answers? What if that's your freedom? Have you been judged for not believing? For not taking the easy path? That's the cost. The world loves illusions, fears the free. But have you noticed? The free are strong. Have you tired of waiting? Of bowing? Killing illusions is saying, I create my meaning. Pause. Think of what binds you. A belief, an expectation, a promise. Why trust it? What do you fear if you break free? You don't need a savior, you need you. Nietzsche guides us. Illusion is your prison, destroy it. Not with anger, but with clarity, create your truth. 3 gates await, values, solitude, mediocrity. They're raw, painful, liberating. Are you ready to cross them? To build your mind? This journey demands you be free. Be a creator, stay vigilant. Illusion is your chain, and breaking it is your strength. Have you felt life shift when you stopped waiting? When you said, I am responsible. Killing illusions isn't the end, it's the start. Nietzsche guides us. Your soul is yours. Don't surrender it. Your strength is yours. Live it. The next gate is values. And it's everything. Stay with me. Have you created something truly yours? A truth, a path. The 4th truth is creating your values. Nietzsche knew a strong mind doesn't obey, it invents. When you define your own meaning, no one controls you, and that terrifies. Because the creator is free. You were taught to follow rules, morals, dogmas. But have you noticed? Others' rules diminish you. Have you questioned a right everyone accepts? Felt the burden of obedience? Nietzsche said, "Man is something that must be overcome." Have you tried to be more than expected? Creating values isn't rebellion, it's sovereignty. Have you said no to something everyone says yes to? Felt the strength of choice? Nietzsche challenges, stop mimicking. Have you crafted a rule of your own? A reason to live? That's the power. Not following, leading your soul. You live in a world that loves obedience, punishes the different. But have you noticed the obedient are weak? Have you been called arrogant for thinking for yourself? Selfish for choosing you? Creating values is breaking from the crowd. It's saying, I am my own judge. You try to fit in, to be accepted. But have you felt the emptiness of living for others? Of silencing your truth? Nietzsche provokes, your mind is your creation. Don't surrender it. Have you felt the freedom of being true to you? Of living for what you believe? Have you been judged for not following the group? For not bowing? That's the cost. The world fears the creator, craves the servant. But have you noticed? The creator is strong. Have you tired of being molded? Of being less? Creating values is saying, I define who I am. Pause. Think of what guides you. Others' rules, fear of error, need for approval. Why obey? What do you fear if you create? You don't need a master. You need you. Nietzsche guides us. Values are your crown. Don't beg for them. Forge them, not with doubt, but with courage. Two gates remain: solitude, mediocrity. They're sharp, painful, redemptive. Are you ready to cross them? To build your strength? This journey demands you be free. Be a creator. Stay vigilant. Values are your flame, and creating them is your glory. Have you felt the strength of being your own guide? Of saying, I choose my path? Creating values isn't the end, it's the start. Nietzsche guides us. Your soul is yours. Don't bend it. Your truth is yours. Live it. The next gate is solitude, and it's everything. Stay with me. Have you felt the solitude of being you, of not fitting, of needing no one? The fifth truth is embracing solitude. Nietzsche knew a strong mind is solitary, not from weakness, from power. When you walk alone, nothing shakes you, and that terrifies. You were taught to fear emptiness, to seek company. But have you noticed? The crowd weakens you. Have you felt the burden of pleasing, of molding yourself? Nietzsche said, the individual must struggle not to be crushed by the tribe. Have you tasted the freedom of not belonging? Solitude isn't punishment, it's privilege. Have you stood alone and felt alive? Found your voice in silence? Nietzsche challenges, stop running to the crowd. Have you faced your fears with no one near? Felt the strength of being enough? That's the power. Not isolation, possession of self. You live in a world that loves the group, punishes the solitary. But have you noticed? The group is weak. Have you been called cold for not following? Strange for thinking? Solitude is the price of freedom. It's saying, I don't need applause. I am my own judge. You try to be loved, accepted. But have you felt the emptiness of living for others? Of silencing your truth? Nietzsche provokes, solitude is your forge. Don't fear it. Have you felt the peace of being alone? Of owing nothing? Solitude is where your mind becomes untamed. Have you been judged for not bowing? For not fitting? That's the cost. The world fears the solitary, craves the servant. But have you noticed? The solitary are strong. Have you tired of explaining? Of justifying? Solitude is saying, I am, and that's enough. Pause. Think of what makes you seek others. Fear of judgment, need for validation. Why fear the void? You don't need the crowd. You need you. Nietzsche guides us. Solitude is your crown. Don't reject it. Embrace it. Not with pain, but with pride. One gate remains: mediocrity. It's raw, painful, liberating. Are you ready to cross it? To build your mind? This journey demands you be strong, be solitary, stay vigilant. Solitude is your strength, and embracing it is your glory. Have you felt the power of walking alone? Of saying, I don't need and it's okay? Solitude isn't the end, it's the start. Nietzsche guides us. Your soul is yours. Don't surrender it. Your strength is yours. Live it. The final gate is mediocrity, and it's everything. Stay with me. Have you felt the weight of mediocrity? Eyes that pull you down, words that mask envy. The sixth truth is defying mediocrity. Nietzsche knew, a strong mind disturbs, not because it errs, because it shines. When you rise, the crowd strikes, and that forges your strength. You are taught to blend, to not stand out. But have you noticed? Mediocrity suffocates. Have you felt the unease of being more? Of thinking beyond? Nietzsche said, the slave morality protects the weak and condemns the strong. Have you been judged for being different? Mediocrity isn't just laziness, it's a system. The crowd demanding equality and weakness. Have you been criticized for wanting more? Called arrogant for creating? Nietzsche challenges, stop bowing. Have you unsettled someone just by being you? That's the power, not error. Greatness. You live in a world that loves the common, punishes the exceptional. But have you noticed? The common is weak. Have you been shunned for not following the group? For not silencing? Defying mediocrity is saying, I won't shrink, I won't dim, I am. You try to fit, to avoid conflict. But have you felt the emptiness of being less, of dimming your light? Nietzsche provokes, mediocrity is your prison, break it. Have you felt the strength of staying true, of defying judgment? Defying mediocrity is choosing your greatness. Have you been attacked for shining? By words, by silences. That's the cost. The crowd fears the strong, craves the compliant. But have you noticed? The strong are free. Have you tired of shrinking, of fading? Defying mediocrity is saying, I am, and that's enough. Pause. Think of what makes you yield. Fear of unsettling, need for acceptance. Why shrink? You don't need the crowd, you need you. Nietzsche guides us. Mediocrity is your chain. Snap it. Not with rage, but with pride. Be your soul. Don't dim it. Shine. Have you felt the power of rising? Of saying, I won't bow? Defying mediocrity isn't arrogance. It's freedom. Nietzsche guides us. Your soul is yours. Don't lessen it. Your light is yours. Let it blaze. The conclusion is near, and it ties everything. Stay with me. You've crossed chaos, killed illusions, created values, embraced solitude, defied mediocrity. Your mind is strong. It terrifies. Not because you changed the world, because you changed you. Nietzsche knew true strength is being a creator, and that's your glory. Have you looked back, seen what you shed? Masks, fears, chains. Every step, chaos, values, solitude, was a rupture. Have you felt the freedom of being you, of not fearing judgment? That's power. You're no longer the crowd's. You're your own king. Have you noticed how the world reacts? Some admire you, others fear you. Why? Your clarity exposes them. Have you lost those who couldn't handle your strength? That's not loss, it's space. For you. Have you felt the peace of needing no one? Of being enough? Have you been called arrogant? Cold? That's mediocrity's echo. But you don't return. Have you unsettled just by being you? Those who judge reveal they never wanted you. They wanted your servitude. Your light unmasks them. Have you felt the fire of staying true? Nietzsche said, become who you are. Have you felt your soul rise? When you faced chaos, when you crafted your truth, that's your strength. It always was. Have you walked knowing nothing breaks you? That's greatness, not pride, clarity, being whole. Have you looked into the eyes of those who diminish you? Seen their emptiness? Your weakness fed them. Your strength silences them. Have you felt the freedom of not bowing, of being sovereign? That's the Übermensch. You don't need everyone. You need you. And those who stay, stay for truth. This journey was a mirror. You saw what bound you, what dimmed you, and now you create, fearless, guiltless. Have you felt the strength of being authentic, of owing nothing? That's freedom, and it's yours, forever. If this moved you, write in the comments. I choose my strength. Write to ground yourself. Subscribe for more truths that awaken. This channel is about you, your mind, your light. You faced chaos. Now choose. Stay bound or live free. Say, I'm ready to be me. Have you let mediocrity define you or claimed your greatness? Chaos, truth, solitude. Each step was yours. Nietzsche guides us. Become who you are, not to fight, but to create. Your soul is yours. Your strength is yours. Your life is yours. Live it. You saw the chains, felt the weight. Now, raise your light. Guard your soul. Forge your path. The world may judge, but you are clarity. It may strike, but you are strength. It may try to bind you, but you are free. Choose yourself. Choose truth. Your mind terrifies, and that's your glory.